Hey buddy Crow back again, and I got something in the mail, and I think that rather than wait for all my pickups to just mount up and mount up and mount up and do a big giant video on it, I may just do a video at a time, depending on what I get in the mail, keep them a little bit more spread out. But this is something that OEB Pete had put out a video for. He got this in the mail and did a little gameplay video of it, and I was like, you know what, I didn't even know this game was out. And so I went on Amazon, I ordered it, and I got it the very next day, which was super quick. I actually ordered another game, and I'll probably do a separate video for that. So let me know if you kind of like this sort of format. So what it was Space Invaders Forever. So I figure in these types of videos, see, this is still in the shrink wrap. I haven't even opened this up yet, but I will open this up. And what I'll do is I'll play a little bit of it. In fact, there's 3 Space Invader games on here. We got, we got Space Invaders Extreme, which was put out for the 30th anniversary of Space Invaders. And we got Space Invaders, what is that? Gigamax 4SE. Now, this is one I hadn't heard of before, but apparently it was released in Japan in arcades. It was an arcade-only Japan release in 2018 for the 40th anniversary Space Invaders. And then what really got me really interested in this is that Arkanoid versus Space Invaders is also on this. And that was something I had purchased on my cell phone. It was odd for a phone game because it wasn't free to play. You had to pay $5 to play it. And I gladly plunked on the $5 to play it. No ads. Played it like a normal game, and it was great. I really enjoyed the game. It really worked well with the touchscreen. So I'm really interested to see how that's implemented on this. So I'll be playing a little bit of each one of these games. If you want to skip ahead to certain games or not, you just look at the timestamps. I'm going to break out this video, but let's open this up. Wow. Yeah, I literally got this in the mail yesterday, and this is the first chance I'm having to actually open this up. And I was busy repainting the bathroom yesterday when this came in, and by the time I was done, and I'm technically not done because I ran out of stuff, so I'll have to continue that next weekend, but I was just far too, again, physical releases don't come with anything these days other than the case and the cartridge. But I knew that's what was to be expected because OEB Pete showed exactly the same thing. He showed exactly what I'd be. If you notice, I'm looking off a little bit from the camera. It's just that because I'm looking at me on my computer rather than the camera. I got to work on that, I suppose. But I'm going to pop this in the Switch. And this Arkanoid versus Space Invaders was a touchscreen game. Yeah, you could do that on the Switch, no problem. But this was also released on the PlayStation 4. And it makes me wonder how that is implemented on the PlayStation 4 if you just use the touchpad on that and you can only play this. We'll see if I can even play it docked or undocked. I didn't even see it in the menu selection when OEB Pete played it, so I'm really curious about that. So, but first, let's boot it up and see what we got in here. All right, I got it plugged in. I actually had to run some tests, which is why it's not the first thing up here. But what I found interesting is that this shows up as actually 2 separate games here. We've got one for Space Invaders Forever, and one for Arkanoid versus Space Invaders, which is why when OEBP put up his video, I didn't know where the option for it was because he didn't show the menu. That's fine. Space Invaders Forever, and I'm actually using this as an excuse to experiment with OBS. I had a plan to try and experiment using separate audio tracks and everything, and that was like a month or so ago, and I just never did anything with it. So now I'm experimenting with that as well. Oh boy, flashing lights. I love flashing lights. I know some people are epileptic or photosensitive, but I'm certainly not, and I really like it when games do that. Sure, why not? Intro here. That is a pretty cool title screen. But yeah, see, Space Invaders Extreme should be pretty much the same game I have on Steam. And it originally came out like on the PSP and the Nintendo DS. So we'll just pop in and play like the first few levels of that to like the first boss or something. I'm not expecting it to be any different at all.
Space Invaders Extreme.
Yep, same title screen and everything. Well, you were 2018. That must be when it was released on Steam. It was Rapid Fire? Okay. No, oh, anyway, let's see arcade mode. Yeah, we'll just play level 1-A. And we'll move on. Just to give you an idea what this game is, if for whatever reason you haven't ever seen this game before. Oh, I did that already. Okay.
Stage 1A.
And I'm using my Switch Pro controller to play this.
Rate up. Rate up. Rate up. Rate up.
Actually a threat here. But yeah, this is just a great game in its own right. And I maybe wouldn't have bought this for this collection.
Rate up.
For $20. Just this game. This game is that good.
Level up. Rate up.
And talk about retro reimagined. This definitely was retro reimagined.
Rate up.
When this came out in 2008. Got him.
Rate up.
Some of these are super easy.
Rate up.
Some of them got shields. Oh, not just at the top anymore. Again, I'm playing this like it's a new game, but this game has been out for
Rate up.
12 years now. And yeah, I bought this on Steam as well when it was on the Steam sale. Actually, not too. I like the little effects they made there.
Rate up.
I like how they turn sideways to hit me in two-dimensional.
Rate up.
Now that I'm thinking about it, what I'm doing is kind of like what I used to do in the old Pro Plays movies.
Rate up.
Okay,
round start.
Bonus rounds. Penalized. Never any good at these bonus rounds. If I had
round failed.
If I had realized what was going on, I had a good chance of
Rate up. Rate up.
But again, it was just a bonus round.
Level up. Rate up.
Boom. I really like the trippy backgrounds too. That's like
Rate
one of
up.
my favorite things about this game. Trippy backgrounds.
Rate up.
It seems like every few years, I feel
Rate up.
does something crazy. Let's do Space Invaders, but
Rate up.
make it all wacky and different. Futuristic retro.
Rate up. Warning.
Okay, here's the boss attack. Gotta hit that center part. There he goes.
Stage cleared.
Pretty sure that's the Steam version. Now this Space Invaders Gigamax 4 SE. Up to 4 people can play this because this was a big giant arcade game. But I don't know if like, you're limited to the number of credits you have, or if you can earn credits. I don't know how that goes. But it's just going to be one player for here because it's only May. To wait for this countdown. But yeah, this would be fun to play with multiple people. But Again, it'd be better docked into a TV, because could you imagine like 4 people huddled over a Switch playing this? I don't know how much of this I'm going to play, but oh, look at this. Wow. I've seen just glimpses of this. I've not actually played it. Wow. I know this switches things up again, and this is pretty... Oh, wow, that was a complete accident. Let's take care of the... Oh, jeez. Oh, wow, I'm invincible. Ooh, 2 saucers. Yeah, this is definitely made for definitely 4 people. And there doesn't seem like there'd be any sort of adjustment for just one person playing. Nope, you gotta take out the whole thing by yourself. It's like the game's telling me subtly, hey, why don't you get some friends to play with you? I don't know if there's online functionality with this. That would certainly change things up. We'll look into that. Whoa, okay, there, that's something different. I knew something weird was gonna happen. Okay, that thing just left. Okay, now it's kind of turned into a little bit of... Oh! It's like, what if Space Invaders was Galaga? Yeah, that's cool. This is cool, even by myself. Whoa. And honestly, it looks really good on a 60-inch TV. Yeah, this is definitely a party game. Yeah, wait, looks like they just expand until... Well, it seems like the smaller they are, the faster they are. You have to pretty much pump them up, so that we're like dig-dugging in here. Like expand them until they explode. I'm not dead, am I? That was 3 lives. Oh no, I'm blowing it. What's going on here? I'm taking my kids and I'm going home. Or is he leaving? Or is he still here? Power shot. When circling. Shoot at once. Okay, well, interesting. So there is multiple player mechanics here. Which, warning, warning, warning. I love it when the game warns me. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. It's like, okay. Oh, I see. It's got a light part at the top. I didn't notice that. Basically, kind of forcing you. Ooh, that hit me. It's telling me that pretty much that I can't be hitting the same spot over and over. That really doesn't do anything. Oh, I didn't realize. I thought if I could sneak in his the canyon over there, so to speak, that it wouldn't hit like that. Yeah, this game really wants you to play with more of the... Oh, got me again. Do I have infinite lives or something? I got about 10 seconds to get this guy out. He's really... I don't... 4 seconds, 3 seconds. I'm not getting hit till 1 second. Oh, I see. It's just a doomsday here. Now, I don't think we'll continue. That just gives you a pretty good idea what this game is. Really, really, really need to play this with multiple people. I want to try and see what happens with Arkanoid versus Space Invaders. If this... Yeah, we'll close that down. Arkanoid versus Space Invaders, Nintendo Switch. Thank you for letting me read that. Interesting. So it just automatically in Tate mode. And I was right. We can't play this. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a little camera rig over there. And I'm actually going to play this on the Switch with the camera pointed at the screen. All right, we're back here, and I've got the camera out, which is really just my phone pointed at the screen. We'll see how well this works out. But first thing we got to do is actually take these controllers. And you know what's funny is I was going to make a video on these Hori Pac-Man Split Pad Pro, and then I made the intro for it. And I was like, hey, I'm going to test some games for a while, and I'll get back to you. And then that was like weeks and weeks. That was December last year, and or was it November? I don't even know. And I think it was just because the only thing I was playing was Animal Crossing. But yeah, let's just pretend like the Switch is a tablet, and we'll boot that up. And yeah, because this was like a cell phone game, so you kind of have to treat it like a cell. You have to put it in Tate mode, vertical mode. I don't know how well this is going to look on the camera. Hopefully it's going to look fine enough. I'll have to digitally zoom in if necessary. But yeah, I don't really need it. I played all the way through this game, let's just say. On the regular difficulty, the hard mode is just a little bit too much for me in certain places. So we'll play a little bit of this. And yeah, we don't need any of this. Okay. Continue. Oh, do I actually start right away? I don't really remember how this game starts out. It's like a tutorial mode. But we'll go through that. Red alert, the vast fleet of invaders. I don't really know. I can't really adjust the sound because we're actually recording from the sound of the Switch over my voice. Okay, is this just... Oh, yeah, right. Okay. My computer's like Windows alerts all the time, you know. Okay, well, I'm the rookie. This is emergency. So in case you haven't played this game before, you basically just take control of the Voss from Arkanoid, and you just reflect back all the fires, the bullets. That's pretty much the whole game. There's a little bit of bonus stuff in here as well. Like you could fire back perfectly straight if you like pull down and shoot up really quick. I don't know if that we're going to do that. Okay. There's a ton of different characters in the game, and they each really do have their own abilities in the game. So, and what was nice, it was a cell phone game, a mobile game. I think it was on iOS and Android, and there was no DLC on it. You paid for it, no ads, no DLC, everything was included in the game, and that's why I bought it. And now we get it here on the Switch. And we've got to play it like this. You cannot play this with it sitting at the TV and a controller or anything. I'm sure I know this game is available digitally as well, so it's always a treat when something like this is available physically. Okay. Oh, I could just skip. I don't need any of this. I know the story. I know the rules of the game. I know how to play. See, it has been quite a while since I played it, but I know how to play it. Yeah, I know. Skip, please. There we go. So, yeah, here we go. So, yeah, we could fire straight up by doing that. Otherwise, it just kind of reflects and bounces. And you need to do that. Now, you could let these... Now, you might ask yourself, well, if I can hit the bullets, how do I die? Well, you're timed. You have to basically finish the levels in the time allotted. And you can see we're getting the power-ups too. Oh, there we go, attack mode. That's right. So each different characters have different attacks. So we can fire like this. Time slows down. This game is just badass. It really is, and I'm really glad it's now available for something other than mobile. There we go. Wow, that was a that was a shot, wasn't it? But I love playing this game on my phone. I played it all the time. Like on my lunch break at work. Until I beat the whole game, and then the hard difficulty just got too hard for me. If we exit out of here, I'm going to look into considerations. There's one missing. Oh, characters. This is where we can select our characters, but we don't have any unlocked right now. I think we have to get to level 15 Yeah, they're unlocked at different levels. It is exactly like the mobile version. There's nothing different here. Again, I don't know how this works on the PS4. I looked at the game box, and it says that Arkanoid versus Space Invaders is included. I really don't know how much time I have left to play it, because I'm recording on my phone. I'm limited to like 10 minutes. But I could easily spend all 10 minutes playing this. So now we got bricks and... So in order to finish as quick as possible, usually you just try to hit everything as possible. Now the funny thing is, like, with the hard mode, the reason it's so hard is that there are... I can't remember what it is. You can't let any of the bullets miss you. You'll take damage, and you can lose. You'll lose time. The damage is losing time. So for every bullet that you miss that goes past you, you lose time. And that's why the hard mode is so difficult. But there's nothing like that in the normal mode. But yeah, this is pretty... This is the first Switch game I've actually played that demands it be played like a mobile tablet game. But this game is just so badass. It really is. And it's really glad that it's now available for something other than mobile. I don't know how well the sales on it did, because it was a mobile game that required you to pay $5 up front. And that's usually not how the mobile... that's usually not how mobile works. People playing on mobile devices primarily don't expect to pay anything to play a game. They see $5 price tag and they're like, no, that's too much for me. I'm not paying for a game when there's like thousands of other games to play for free. Not realizing that for $5 you don't have to see any ads or get any free to play mechanics or anything. I just can't, like, that's why I love the game so much. This is not a bad game at all. It just asked you to pay for it. And that's so foreign to people these days on mobile. There we go. There we go. I love this game. We're at like the 7-minute mark. I wonder, you know what? I'm going to play till the first boss level. I don't remember where the first boss level is, but if there's a cut in the action here, it's because my phone stopped recording. Oh, and this is just telling me exactly what I've been doing. And this is like the level that's perfect for it. Oops. Because this level kind of demanded you shoot straight. Start it up. Yeah, after this level, I'll stop and continue the recording. Controls can be customized. Okay. Not necessary. There we go, we got it. Boss level time. Right. Let's go. Yep. The big bullets kind of separate out. I like that. It's got that boss power in the top of the screen there. More time. It's kind of a funny reverse game where you have to get hit by all the bullets to reflect them. I like it. Something different, you know? Ah, that's gonna waste time. There we go. That did him in. There you go. Stage clear. That's Arkanoid versus Space Invaders. So yeah, that is Arkanoid versus Space Invaders, and that will complete this video on Space Invaders Forever, something I picked up fairly recently, even though it's been out since December. So yeah, $30. I picked this up on Amazon. Well worth the money. One of the best Switch games, especially since Arkanoid versus Space Invaders is on here and plays exactly like it did on mobile devices. Only downside is there's no way to hook this up to a TV to play it. I'm really curious about that PS4 version. Maybe I'll have to look up, see if anybody's done a video on that. Because how is that going to play? Because you need to play it in portrait mode. It's got to be really tiny on your screen. I don't know. Anyway, let's wrap it up. That'll be that. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Oh, let me know if you want to see my future pickups in this format. It's kind of like a combination pickups / crow plays. I think maybe I'll do that from now on.